Imagine this. Two people start the same race. They have the same talent, same resources, same opportunities. One reaches the finish line victorious, the other gives up halfway. What made the difference? Was it luck? Was it fate? No, it was a decision. The decision to keep going or to quit. Life is a battleground, and every day you have two choices: push forward or give up. That's the difference between winners and quitters. And by the time you finish this speech, you'll know exactly which one you are. And more importantly, how to be the one who wins. Your mind is your greatest weapon, and how you use it determines everything. Winners understand that success begins in their thoughts. They train their minds like a muscle, shaping their beliefs, controlling their focus, and eliminating the distractions that pull them away from their goals. They do not allow doubts or external opinions to dictate their actions. Instead, they build an unshakable mindset, one that refuses to break under pressure. They program themselves for success long before they achieve it. On the other hand, quitters let their minds control them. They allow self-doubt to creep in and sabotage their progress. When they face obstacles, their first instinct is to question their ability rather than push forward. They listen to the voice in their head that says, "You're not good enough. You don't have what it takes," or "maybe this isn't for you." Instead of silencing these thoughts, they give in to them. They let fear paralyze them, making decisions based on temporary emotions instead of long-term vision. Winners know that thoughts create reality. They guard their minds against negativity, refusing to entertain excuses or self-imposed limitations. They don't wait to feel confident. They train themselves to act despite fear. They surround themselves with people who elevate their mindset, who challenge them to be better, who push them beyond their comfort zones. They don't just consume information, they apply it relentlessly. Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt becomes an opportunity to strengthen their mental toughness. Quitters, however, do the opposite. They dwell on failure, replay past mistakes, and allow negative emotions to dictate their next move. They let their circumstances define them rather than taking control of their own narrative. Instead of looking for solutions, they focus on problems, allowing their excuses to outweigh their potential. Pain is an unavoidable part of growth, yet how a person responds to it defines their success. Winners see pain as a necessary process, something that molds them into stronger, sharper, and more capable individuals. They don't run from discomfort, they embrace it, knowing that every struggle is an opportunity to level up. When they experience failure, rejection, or setbacks, they don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" They understand that pain is not their enemy, it's their greatest teacher. Winners recognize that nothing worth having comes easy. They push through the fatigue, the late nights, the early mornings, and the sacrifices that others aren't willing to make. They understand that pain is proof of progress, that the moments when they want to quit the most are the exact moments they need to keep going. They don't see pain as suffering. They see it as fuel, as a sign that they are moving in the right direction. They know that when their muscles burn during a workout, it means they are getting stronger. When they struggle through a difficult skill, it means they are getting better. When they face obstacles, it means they are on the path that leads to something greater. Quitters, however, respond to pain differently. The moment things get tough, they pull back. They see struggle as a reason to stop instead of a reason to push forward. When they feel discomfort, they assume they are on the wrong path rather than understanding that discomfort is part of the journey. They let temporary pain dictate their long-term decisions. Instead of enduring and adapting, they retreat. Instead of seeing pain as progress, they see it as punishment. Instead of using it as motivation, they allow it to become an excuse. Failure is inevitable, but how a person reacts to it determines their future. Winners understand that failure is not a signal to stop, but a lesson to learn from. They expect setbacks, knowing that every successful person has failed more times than most people have even tried. When they fall short, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and try again. With more knowledge and experience, they do not allow failure to define them. Instead, they use it as a stepping stone to success. Winners recognize that every mistake, every loss, and every rejection is an opportunity for growth. They do not waste time dwelling on what could have been. Instead, they ask themselves, what did this teach me? They understand that the road to success is not a straight path, but a series of trials, errors, and adjustments. They take responsibility for their failures, refusing to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. They see failure as feedback, a necessary part of improvement, and they develop the resilience to keep moving forward despite it. Quitters, on the other hand, fear failure. They take it personally as a reflection of their worth rather than a necessary experience for growth. When things don't go their way, they allow frustration and disappointment to take over, convincing themselves that they are not capable. Instead of looking for ways to improve, they use failure as an excuse to stop trying. They avoid risks, fearing the embarrassment or discomfort that comes with making mistakes. Over time, this mindset traps them in a cycle of inaction, where they never push past their limits or discover what they are truly capable of. They let failure become the end instead of using it as a foundation for their comeback. Winners take full ownership of their lives. They understand that success or failure is entirely in their hands, and they refuse to shift the blame onto external factors. When things go wrong, they don't point fingers at their circumstances, their upbringing, or other people. Instead, they ask, what could I have done differently? They take control of their actions, their decisions, and their results, knowing that every choice they make moves them closer to success or further away from it. Winners recognize that excuses are a trap. They don't allow themselves to get caught in the mindset of waiting for the perfect time or needing the right conditions to take action. They work with what they have where they are and make things happen regardless of obstacles. They hold themselves to high standards, understanding that no one else is responsible for their success. If they fall short, they own it, learn from it, and move forward with a stronger strategy. They never let excuses take control of their potential. Quitters, on the other hand, find comfort in blaming everything but themselves. When things don't go their way, they blame their boss, their background, their lack of resources, or even luck. Instead of looking for solutions, they focus on reasons why things won't work. They convince themselves that life is unfair and that others have better opportunities, which justifies their lack of progress. This mindset keeps them stuck as they give away control over their own future. Quitters allow circumstances to dictate their actions. If they don't feel motivated, they don't take action. If things get tough, they justify quitting by saying it wasn't meant to be. They let external factors determine their level of effort, while winners push through regardless of conditions. Winners understand that success isn't built on fleeting bursts of motivation, but on consistent action. They don't wait for the perfect moment, the right mood, or a sudden wave of inspiration to take action. They show up every day, no matter how they feel. They train themselves to work when they're tired, when they're discouraged, when things aren't going their way. They know that the secret to success lies in discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like doing it. Winners create habits that keep them moving forward. They don't rely on emotions to dictate their actions because they know emotions fluctuate. Instead, they build routines, set deadlines, and hold themselves accountable. If they wake up feeling unmotivated, they don't waste time looking for inspiration. They start working, knowing that action creates momentum. Over time, this daily commitment compounds, turning small, consistent efforts into massive results. Quitters, however, operate differently. They wait for motivation to strike before taking action. If they don't feel inspired, they don't put in the work. They convince themselves that they need to feel ready before starting, not realizing that readiness comes from doing. They give in to procrastination, making excuses like, I'll start tomorrow, or I'm just not in the right headspace today. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before they know it, they're stuck in the same place, wondering why success keeps slipping through their fingers. Quitters seek instant gratification. If they don't see immediate results, they lose interest. They get excited about new goals, but abandon them the moment progress slows down. Winners, on the other hand, trust the process. They understand that success is built through persistence, not just passion. Right now, at this very moment, you're making a decision. You can either be a winner or be a quitter. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about what you choose to do next. Winners act, quitters hesitate. So the question is, which one are you?